Okay. Turns over. We're a little closer. Okay. It doesn't sound like it's firing. We probably got some ignition issues. So I'm hoping that this video is the will it run video. All right, you ready to see if we can make a run?
Yeah.
Any sparks?
Spark.
First thing,
Starter.
tires, which we ordered tires. They're on their way. They'll be here Monday. Let's pull the carburetor. We're gonna squirt oil down the cylinders, basically Marvel Mystery oil, and oil change. Battery, I think that's enough for now. Oh, pressure wash. You need to wash everything. Get all these spider webs out of here. All right, go for it.
Anything I should have before?
Yes. So you don't want to get any water into the carburetor. Just go ahead and put a rag inside of there. So if you get a little bit through, we don't get it inside the engine. Here, all the spark plugs are in. No, they're all in there. The spark plug wires were off. Okay, should be good. I think you got to get really close to the panel, like that you're cleaning, to get it really clean. If you're kind of far away, the pressure's not really hitting you. It's gonna get really full. There you go.
I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
Just trying to grab all the screws and parts that maybe we have to reuse, you know, and trash, throwing the trash away. But Grandpa's been looking for these glasses for 37 years. How cool that color is. I like that color. Go ahead and spray like the dash and the windshield, everything from the inside. Underneath, there's just tons of spider webs and dirt.
Yep.
It does?
Yep.
Sweet! Got a Hurst shifter? Hell yeah! Yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Your grandpa Jerry says you should put a 6-cylinder in it. It'll run forever. And I texted him back saying it's gonna stay a hot rod. And then he said that hot rods are 2 doors, and that's a family wagon. You want to leave it a hot rod, right? Yeah.
That much?
Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Dirty. I think that was just from the outside. AC Delco. Get your syringe. Okay, and you're gonna squirt some in the hole. Probably, I think about that much is plenty. Okay, so this should get, you know, about 25% for each cylinder on this side, okay? Then we'll refill it for the other side. You might have to feel around with your finger to find the hole. Good.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
This one you can see the numbers on. It says 45S.
I don't wanna go to work cause my boss is a jerk and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job.
Oh hey, the battery's a Chief Auto Parts battery.
I'm gonna stay there head till I feel
AutoZone
like I'm
bought 'em
winning
out
all.
years ago.
And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna
Both sides a
move for it? What you
champion.
gonna be?
J12YC.
You could do anything, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Stuck.
Yeah.
Take the socket off and then start to re-thread it into that stud. Re-thread the nut onto that stud. Okay, now wiggle the socket around. There you go. Make sure you wear gloves when you do this wheel. That's cool, okay?
Yeah.
You see the sharp cords?
Yeah, I already
Ooh.
poked myself.
Ouch. There you go. Okay, and I think that's all we could do today until we get the starter figured out, get new tires on the wheels. Okay, one more thing I want to check is the brake fluid level, which I'm sure there's none. Completely bone dry. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw brake fluid in it for the hell of it. We'll see if there's a leak somewhere later on. Yeah, the brake pedal just went to the floor and didn't come back up. Oh well. Well, it don't hurt nothing to just put some brake fluid in there, let it sit, see what it does. It'd be nice if the brakes worked just a little bit, just to move around the yard. But yeah, we're probably gonna have to replace everything, including the brake lines and everything, because my guess is that everything's probably bad, full of rust, you know, from the brake lines to the wheel cylinders. So actually I'm gonna try to pull the pedal back and forth. Maybe it'll break something free. Yeah. All right, well, we'll play with those later. Let it sit with a bunch of fluid in it for now, and then maybe we'll bleed them, see what happens. Well, there's one glass pack. The other one must have fallen off. It looks like there's just 2 bolts. I don't know if there's one on the top. It's got a 3rd bolt, looks like. There's 3 bolts. Should have took this one out first because it's the hardest to get to. This nut is like an oddball size. I kept trying to get a socket on it and nothing fit. What's on there? All right. There's like cutters in there that have a yellow handle on them. Can you grab me those? I'm just gonna cut this wire. All right. Grandpa seems to think it's an oddball old style starter they don't make anymore, but I have no idea because I'm not a Chevy guy. But we'll try to go to O'Reilly's and see if they can get us another one. Well, anyway, that engine was a 61, right? Grandpa said 61. So we'll just tell them it's off of 61 and see if they got something. What you're trying to do is create a seal between that connector and the wire. So you want to kind of spiral it towards the wire. There you go. Here, so you see the 3 holes, and the 3 holes. Line those up. So that hole on top is threaded, and this bolt goes through this way. So you have to go through the bell housing up here. I know what you're thinking. The mechanic's life is for me. It probably hasn't been off in 37 years. Reposition it so it's more straight down so you have better leverage. Got it. Do you guys have a lift at school?
Yeah, car lift, like.
Mm-hmm. That's what we need. What I would probably do is bolt that up close and bring it down. You can let that fall into that because there's a screen there. And you can set it down. That's your oil filter, but that's weird because it looks like it's in a can. That's really old school stuff.
It's just perfectly wide enough.
Why don't you go ahead and put the drain plug back in? I think that's enough oil out of there. Never had to remove one like that before, so I'm not really sure how it works, but I...
Wait, counterclockwise is loosened?
Yep. Is it tight?
It's going backwards.
Feels like it's going through a rubber seal or something. Watch your hand. You'll be dripping. Okay, now dump it into here. Oh, yeah. That's like an internal filter. Dang it.
That's like half of that.
Alright, so it's pretty sludgy in there. Loosen it up with some gas. I'm gonna grab a long screwdriver to try to break that loose. Good job. All right, put oil in it. So this engine's got a Flat Tappet Cam in it, which is it's hydraulic Flat Tappet Cam. Most of your newer stuff has rollers. What they started doing is taking out some of the stuff in oil, like mainly zinc. You need zinc in it for these older engines. If you don't, if you run like regular today's modern motor oil, it'll wipe out that camshaft. Which is why we're going to use this Valvoline VR1 racing and classic cars oil, specifically designed for pushrod and flat tappet engines. See there, 2 times more zinc for extreme wear protection. So anyway, this is the oil that you want to run for old school Flat Tappet cams. It's pretty readily available. O'Reilly's has it, AutoZone has it. Yeah, let's try filling it from there. Okay, it's full. We'll recheck it after we crank it over and stuff. Alright, look under the car, make sure there's no dripping oil. I mean, aside from what was spilled. Looks okay?
All good.
Alright. Put a battery in it, see if it'll turn over. I'm not going to start it right now. Remember we put Marble Mystery oil down the cylinders? We're just going to spin it over to splash that out of the cylinders, hopefully. Now, normally The black cable is ground, but somebody put a red cable. We know this is ground because it's going straight to the block. All right. Okay. This one's positive. Let's give a little tap, make sure it's not gonna start sparking or anything. Go in there and just crank it over. Do it again. All right. Crank it. Crank it a little bit longer. Okay. Turns over. We're a little closer. Oh, put your cap back on that too. It just pops on. Just push it. There you go. I don't know if you need probably need at least that small extension. But before you do that, you always want to thread those in by hand first. So yeah, we could do that. We'll just thread them all in first. Remember where they go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see. Feel around. There's the hole. You want something to stand on? I guess that was easier, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Make sure it's on there straight. That socket. That porcelain, the white part of the spark plug, if you get that socket on there crooked, you can break that, crack it, and then it won't be any good. Let's put the plug wires back on. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, this side was on, so this one's number 1. And I assume it goes clockwise, but I'm not sure.
Either this is 2 or this is 2.
Well, the next one is 8. It's going to be 1, 8, 4, 3. So if it's going clockwise, 1, 8. This would be number 8. 1, 8. Let's put this on the back spark plug. This one should be 3, 3, 1, 8, 4. This would be number 4. So it's 2, 4. And then this should be 3. Just plugged in. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, that was 3. That was 4. 3, 6. This one is 6. This one's 5. Yeah, this one was 6, right?
Yeah.
6, 5, 5, 7. And the last one is 2.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Should be 2, right? Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll run. Put your foot on the throttle, make sure it snaps back okay. You're just making sure it snaps back. Okay. When you go to start it, if anything goes crazy, you see sparks, you see fire, you see smoke, turn the key off. Okay? I'm gonna assume this vent goes to the bowls. Did the light come on?
Look.
It's full of gas. Wow. Something works. That's crazy. Go for it. Okay. I have no idea if it's getting spark or not, so. All right, go ahead. No, I'll do that. Go ahead and just crank it. Okay. It doesn't sound like it's firing. We probably got some ignition issues. Well, here's how we're gonna check it. Normally I'd pull plug number 1, but number 2 looks like it's really easy to get to. So come out here for a second. Can't really do this with modern cars, but old school, it's not gonna kill you. Like a newer car might. You're gonna ground it against something like this. Okay, like the exhaust manifold. Spark?
No.
Okay. So we got ignition issues. All right, we gotta go a little further then. So I'm hoping that this video is the Will It Run video. We got a couple of things we're gonna do before we get back to the engine, but all the tires were flat. I had some gift cards kind of built up. I used those gift cards to buy the tires. And he takes a mechanic class at school, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a basic mechanics class, and they have a tire changer in there. So he mounted all the tires himself. We're gonna put two 15, 75, 15s on the front. He wanted white walls. It's kind of a small white wall, but that's what they had. There wasn't a whole lot of options as far as white walls concerned. And so in this, he's gonna go ahead and start mounting the tires. These take these kinds of shoulder lug nuts, and we only had them for the front. We didn't have them for the back, so I went and bought some. They're 7/16/20s for Chevrolet. So we'll do that, and then we'll move on to other stuff.
I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. Know that we're going to live.
So you want to use acetone. This is thinner. It's a solvent, so it'll work too, but we don't have any acetone right now, so that's why I'm going to use this. You take this guy, dip it in there, takes it off pretty. It's because it's got points on it still.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise.
This is the cap. You know, these are the plug wires, so it throws the spark on this side, right? So you see those little metal pieces in there?
Yeah.
And this rotor, basically, it's going to get its power from the coil here. This guy, the rotor, is turning with the engine. You got points in here, so there's like a cam lobe, and as it goes around, those points open and close. So every time it opens and closes, it's going to throw a spark. Actually, when it opens, it's going to throw a spark. That spark's going to come up through here, and it's going to go over to here. It's aligned to that plug. It's going to throw that spark to that plug wire. And it's going to turn, and it's going to turn this way. So then it's going to keep turning, right? And then it's going to go.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now.
Remember which way it's facing, okay? It's facing towards you. These are the points. We got to figure out what that measurement is. But what I want to do is I want to bring this to where this is open, okay? See how it's closed right now? Hook that battery back up. I'm going to bump it, and I want it to stop where those points are open, okay? They closed or open?
Close.
Closed or open?
I think it's open. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing.
I want to get a wire wheel to clean that up so we got a good ground.
Got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce.
So you see the gap right there? You're going to put this in here.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I
I'm going to turn this guy. It's a little bit loose, so we need to tighten it up. A little more. Okay. Too much. Alright, huh? Alright. Now we're going to put these guys on.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. A sign.
Now grab the rotor and put it on.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Okay. This piece is facing this way.
Hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way.
Take notice of like landmarks. So you see how this particular one is by this silver plate. That's this one here. So we're gonna start there.
Everybody in the world
It should have brought plug wires too, but I'm broke right now.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. A sign. Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin.
The main thing we're gonna look for is spark. Let's see if it sparks now. Yeah, basically the threaded area you want against the manifold, that's gonna be your ground. Any spark?
Spark.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. Let's put that spark plug back in.
Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. A sign.
10?
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody
You ever have a rag for situations like this? If it catches fire, you want to put the rag and suffocate it out. Go start it. Let's see if it'll run. Holy shit! It ran! Hell yeah! We haven't even rebuilt the carburetor yet or anything. Okay, I think it's full. Let's see if we can keep it running. Alright, I'll work the throttle, okay? Alright, go ahead. Hold on. Okay. Go ahead. All right, crank it over. Hell yeah! Awesome!
Let's go.
That is so cool. That carburetor's not even rebuilt yet. We got to rebuild that carburetor. That's why it's not gonna stay running. The fuel pump probably bad too, but it runs.
Yeah.
It freaking runs.
Oh,
that is awesome. Well, that's all it was. Your points were probably corroded. That's why you weren't getting any spark. Let's do it again. Let's get a different camera angle this time.
I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Do you believe? try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, don't do it if it's right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. Y'all got dreams, y'all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna
From your phone?
I did a story on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. Ready? It's all fine for a second. Something popped.
I think it just backfired because the carburetor's so messed up.
Yeah.
Just needs to be gone through. Sweet. Don't give it too much throttle, just a little bit at a time, okay? Hold on a second. All right. Nice. Cool, you happy?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds better. Right on. Ready?
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. Oh, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back. Moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe